Hello. Now we'll start studying platform as a service and container as a service. We have already studied about platform as a service, Google App Engine, and Ruby on Rails in the Unit 2. You may refer to this part, and we'll just revise this again, Google App Engine, and then we'll look at the container as a service, Docker Hub. So basic, most important part that we'll study is that what is difference between platform as a service and container as a service. The OS level virtualization, if you will able to understand what is OS level virtualization. So this Google App Engine will study and Ruby on Rails. Google App Engine basically have the modern website application. Google App Engine GAE in the short, and it is one of the part of Google Cloud. So Google Cloud basically deploys its the application of users at Google App Engine. So it is basically one of the web application hosting tool. It provides quick reach to the customer, and it is basically have the deployable capability for the website at various app engines. Then it is one of the zero configuration deployment environment, and it requires zero server management. Then it is one of the only requires you need to write code and you need to deploy the rest of the things. For example, how it has been deployed, how the infrastructure would work, how many requests for the users need to be managed. These all are being taken care by the Google App Engine. So Google App Engine is basically auto scaling server, and it is one of the advanced form of cloud computing platform as a service that actually provide support for the sudden use of sudden traffic spike, and it do the what provisioning, deprovisioning. It manages and balances over provisioning. It provides patching, means if there is change in your code, how the change, whether the change is correct or not, you can do the testing. Monitoring of the website you can do. So this is the modern web application deployment way. So the user would actually request for that uh, content from the serving static content from the cloud CDN, means the Google would also have their CDNs and content distributed network. It requests for that app engine, and that app engine, if any of the things would contain the content, means if any of the server would actually contains some of the content, it would be transferred directly to the user. And in all these things, cloud storage would also help. If the content is not being met at the edge level or CDN level, it will redirect to the dynamic serving content. It again look for the memory cache, task queuing, and data storage. Then it may look for the processing or monitoring. So these are the use cases, and these are the level of request. So the use cases for the dynamic content management would have the task queuing, data storage, mem cache, memory cache. You may go to study these features in detail if you want to study more about the Google App Engine. Then log processing and monitoring means one of the use case for monitoring how the request is being served, and this the consumer of this GAE, means you, if you are deploying a website, you can do this. So you actually do checking for the publishing and data flow of that website, how the data flow, whether it's correct or not. Then storage, BigQuery could be used, and all these things could be done at the cloud logging and cloud monitoring. So you can study and go in the detail for these parts if you want to explore more about GAE. This thing, some part we had studied in Unit 2. Then Google would also provide the scalable mobile backend. So mobile apps basically uses Firebase and Google services. Firebase is a kind of database, modern database of cloud computing, which actually helps to do the automatic scaling and hosting of the various environments. Then it is one of the easy to manage the front end of mobile platform. So mobile front end platform would actually have a different way because of showing the content, because it is mobiles are smaller in size, so they have different front end. So that type of front end is being provided by Google app engine is in the better way. So the better front ends are there for mobile platforms. Then various scalable and reliable backends are there. So we'll see what are these components for the scalability and reliability. So these are basically the game app or any gaming server or anything request for the application is goes to the app engine. We will talking about especially about mobile app only. So that will request for the memory cache. If there is some memory cache would looked out, if the request will go to the data center, if the request didn't met, so the data center would actually contain the request, so it will respond it back. Otherwise the Firebase and would be looked out. So Firebase would actually have this data store, and this data store would be looked out. The how the data store would contain the data processing would take at the this data flow level, and BigQuery are the component that actually provides, and this will generate report, and you can share that report as well. Means you can have that in the mobile format, mobile app format. This thing actually provides cloud monitoring, cloud logging, error reporting, cloud trace, and these things are there in the Google App Engine. So you can go and study something basic in the Unit 2 for this. So next we'll see container as a service. So basically, container as a service has OS level virtualization. If you have OS level virtualization, means you could have a computer with and various point to point program running at the container level. At so the container would actually this OS level virtualization would have containers, various zones are there, partitionings are there, virtualizations are there, private virtual private servers are there, virtual environments are there, various virtual kernels are there. Then this OS level virtualization would actually do what? It actually manages the all kind of resources. What kind of resources? It connects devices, it manages various files and folders, it manages network sharing, it manages CPU power, it actually do the quantification of the hardware capability. Then programming running programs are running inside the container can only see the container's content. Means whatever you are running in the container, it can only see what is running in that what is kept in that container, and other things are not being, it is restricted. So the device assigned to that container would be secure, and the container level OS level virtualization system example is Hyper-V container. So in the next we'll see detail about the container images, then Docker Hub as a container as a service, Docker computational responsibility, dependency and coupling, how Docker images are being working to resolve dependencies. Then Docker files are there, Docker concepts are there, container versus virtual machines, how to build and run and deploy Docker image, why platform as a service or container as a service, basic differencing we'll see, and various kinds of hybrid in them. So in the next class, we'll see detail about container as a service. So bye. We'll meet in next class.